time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore. A Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you.
Brought to you by unwavering of Woodard.
Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody.
What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday.
Dr. T, why are you on 100 this early in the morning?
It's Saturday morning.
It's Saturday morning.
Wake up, everybody.
But you got your gangster roll on. What's going on? How you doing? You all right?
I got my gangster roll on.
You got your gangster roll on this morning.
Hey, I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
What kind of business you standing on this morning?
The Lord's business this morning.
Well, you know what? This past week, we had a global outage on yesterday morning where the airports was down, planes wasn't flying out. I'm starting out a little different. You give me that look this morning.
I mean, some banks wasn't, credit unions. Yeah.
Everybody was shut down for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, it was some breakages in our normal routine. Yeah.
They got me thinking, we need to probably go back to where we used to keep our money in the bed, under the pillow, under the mattress so we can get to it. The banks might not be where we need to keep our money right now.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. We should always have a couple dollars, But,
I got a couple bottles around the house. A couple bottles, some quarters.
Okay, come on. Some little change.
Some little change. A couple pennies.
You know what I was thinking
about? A $2 bill. Listen, a $2 bill.
One of my friends said she got her money in the freezer. Like she's stacking bricks in the freezer.
Oh, one of your friends said that?
Yes, she did. I said the freezer.
What's her address?
I ain't telling you. I'm not telling you. But, honestly, yesterday gives us all something to think about. At any time, things can change. And as a Christian woman, I'm going to tell you, I began to pray because I believe that in whatever's going on, God is in control and he has my best interest at heart.
Well, you know what? God is always in control. Amen. But
if we give him control.
Well, yeah. Yesterday, I believe we got hacked, but I do want to say, well, you know what? You don't want me to get political, but we had a couple things happen this week. And,
we did.
A couple things, a couple shootings and, some things happened. And,
And we definitely send our condolences to those that were injured this week and even lost their lives.
Yeah. So. But we didn't say who, but yes. So anyway, you said on the way this morning, too, that you saw an accident, that you had to call somebody. Yeah. You couldn't call nobody at 5 a.m. because everybody was asleep. So you figured you would call me, and I didn't want to answer, but I did.
Yeah, I mean, I was riding in and I saw a tragic accident, as a matter of fact, and it caused me to really think, life is but a whisper. And so I was like, you know what, I need to process this because the accident that I saw actually was a mangled motorcycle, and it appeared like someone was critically injured. And in that moment, I really began to appreciate life and appreciate those around me because at any time we can leave here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, life is so delicate. People just don't understand. When people get on their motorcycles, though, we don't know what happened. I'm sure we're going to hear because it happened in Pontiac this morning.
Yeah, it did.
So, and it probably happened around, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
right?
It had to happen because I was on the road at 5, and so the ambulance hadn't got there yet. So this was
just happened, maybe 4:30.
Yeah.
But, you guys just have to think about, I know in Michigan that we have you don't have to wear a helmet. It's a no helmet. You don't have to wear a helmet when you're actually riding a motorcycle, but you want to be safe. Just like in a car, wear your seatbelt. If you're riding on a motorcycle, I would encourage you to wear a helmet. Because you want the safety feature. You want that safety. You want to be safe.
Yeah, and even vehicles, period. Yesterday in Dearborn, there was a 33-year-old woman who lost her life because, someone was driving. They ran a red light. And this woman had children at home, so... We really are.
So when did this happen? Yesterday in Detroit?
This happened yesterday in Dearborn. And this was a tragic accident. This 33-year-old woman, she lost her life. We have to slow down. We really have to pay attention to traffic lights and laws. And we can't just disregard life because we're in a hurry. So this young lady lost her life because someone was in a hurry. And the person who hit her, I'm pretty sure her life will never be the same either.
So she died.
Yeah, the 33-year-old woman, she did die. So we extend our condolences to her and her family and her children this morning. And someone that attends my church knew her. And so, and actually another person who attends my church happened to see the accident. So it was just tragic. And I just want to, all of us to really think about, every day when we walk out of the home, we don't know what's going to happen, but we do have control of some things like following traffic laws and slowing down. And if you're already in a rush, you're already late. So you might as well just slow down.
Well, the bottom line is whatever you're going to is going to be there when you get there.
That's true.
It's going to be there. And I have to think about that myself. When I'm driving, it's like, Regina, you need to focus. You need to do this. You need to just be aware more of your surroundings. Because when you're driving an automobile, you're actually driving for yourself, but you're actually driving for other drivers too. You're driving for everybody else.
But just think about when you're trained. They tell you to look at, your surroundings, the other drivers. So you're not only driving for yourself, but you have to be aware of what other drivers are doing as well. And that's a whole way that we can think about our life, period. The things we do today don't just affect us. It affects people around us.
Well, it affects people around us, too, but it affects our family. It affects our friends. It affects a lot of people. And some of the things that happen in life doesn't have to happen if we just take a step back and maybe slow down or just change our process of thinking.
That's good,
But this leads into our word of the day.
Yeah.
Our word of the day is respect.
RESPECT.
And that goes all the way down to Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin, respect.
Yeah.
So respect came about was because just about the things that's been happening to me, maybe let's just say the last 90 days. And it could be far as we talked about it, like, when you sell a car or when you process and when you do things. Give you an example. We talked about this morning on the way in, and we talked about. I said a person has bruised credit, and I said no, I'm about to switch to bad credit, and you gave me a lesson in about 2 minutes. You said, Regina, you really can't. You got to be really careful how you process things, and what you say. You may change the word, but you got to be careful because people come back to you because of how you treat them.
That's true.
It's about the respect.
Yeah.
And no matter what situation you're in, it does. You got respect. When you're down, you still got to be respected. You may be down on your knuckles, which means that you're having a hard time, right? And the person has to respect you whether they know you or not.
Well, that's my motto. You may not like me, but you will respect me. So I believe that every human being is entitled to dignity and respect. And oftentimes we don't respect people based on where they come from, what they look like, maybe where they work, their family. But respect, if you look it up in the dictionary, it really talks about like a feeling or a deep admiration for someone, like how you feel about them and the things that they've done, what have you. But I really like the second part, and it says is due regard for the feelings, wishes, and rights or traditions of others. So that means I respect you based on your, because of who you are. Not because of what you did, but just because of who you are. You're a human being. So I have due regard for you. I respect your rights.
But so how I look at it, you should always give someone respect whether you know them or not.
That's true. So because so it's almost a right. Like it's a right for me to respect you. I should be treating you with dignity and respect, regardless if I like you or not. Respect is not based on if I like you.
Well, I just want to give, if you're listening now or you listen to the replay, but I want to give you 5 ways to show respect. And this is according to the Google, and its main body is 5 things, 5 ways to show respect. Be kind and be courteous. How do you be kind? Just you be you, right? You treat someone like you want to be treated. That's how I look at it, but most people don't, right? Number 2, be polite. Avoid interrupting or causing disturbances. What's your thought on that?
Well, allow people to speak and hear them. Sometimes we listen just to respond, but respect is I am actively listening to you and I'm responding based on what you said.
I like it. listen to others and respect differences in beliefs and opinions.
Yeah, that's big because, sometimes we don't respect others' opinions and beliefs. Just because I think differently from you doesn't mean that I'm better than you. That just means that we think differently.
Exactly. So think before you speak, your language and tone. I got this one. So the thing about it, though, we can say the words that come out our mouth, right? We can say how we feel, but we can't take back the words that we say. And this is therapy for me right now.
So words are seeds.
Words will kill you.
Words are seeds.
Words will kill you, though.
So words are seeds. So every word
Words will kill you, Dr. T. You saying seeds. Words will kill you.
Every word is a seed. So that seed is going to manifest something. So we have life or death in the power of our tongue, right? So when we say some things, we can tear people down or we can build them up. So some words cannot be taken back.
Well, some words can tear you down and won't build you up. And you can't take back. But think about your language. It says think about your language.
Yeah.
And think about your tone.
Yeah.
Everything, you may say something that your body language may say one thing, but what you say out your mouth will be another.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. And you really have to, you can apologize, but you can't take it back.
Yeah. So as a therapist, I watch body language as well as tone. So sometimes people are saying things, but their body is saying something different, like you said. And so I have to be mindful of what the whole person is going through. So that's absolutely right. And so
you said the whole person, what the whole person is going through.
Yeah.
When you say the whole person, what do you mean?
Right, like because you're a whole person. Like parts of you, you show people parts of you every day. Nobody knows who Regina
So when I show
really
you
is.
when I show you my butt, this is my butt, right?
No, not necessarily your butt. That means when you may show everybody. Nobody knows the complete Regina, like the entire Regina. You show people portions of you. So nobody knows all of you but the Lord.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with
Miss Larisha Scott. Yeah, I'm so excited
corner today. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
And you are back listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and we're so excited this morning. This is the Therapist Corner, and I have with me Miss Larisha Scott. Good morning, Larisha.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're excited. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about Larisha this morning, and we're gonna get right into it. So Larisha is the owner of a 501c3 youth program. It's Youth for Purpose. She has her master's, which she just got. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She is has a master's in social work. And what I love about this young lady, I met her a few weeks ago. Actually, I met her a while ago, but I was reacquainted with her a few weeks ago when I had a community baby shower, and she walked in with this bright smile. But what I love about her is her passion for children. And she has declared in her writing, she says, I walk with youth on their journey to discover who they are and support them in their purpose that God has planned for them. Mm-hmm. And she talked about how as a youth, she needed a God-sent person, God-sent mentors and resources and a safe space. So this morning, we're going to kind of talk about, she calls herself a social worker, S-O-U-L, social worker. So Larisha, let's just get right into it. So let's tell the listeners a little bit about you today.
Yep. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining. So my name is Larisha. I'm originally from Ohio. The way that I came to Michigan, I went to Eastern Michigan as an undergrad. After that, moved back home, unfortunately, because of my mother passed. So during that time, it's where I found Youth for Purpose.
So let's go back a little bit. So your mother passed. So how old were you when your mom passed?
I was about 23.
Okay, so that was kind of early age.
And I went home. I'm the only girl in my family, so like the only female in my brothers.
So how many siblings do you have?
I have 6 siblings, but in my household, I grew up with 4 brothers, and it was me. So
you're the only girl?
I am.
Baby girl?
Baby. Well, I'm the middle child, but I am technically baby girl. I'm my dad's only daughter too.
So you're the daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
Your father still living?
He is.
Shout out to your dad.
Shout out to my dad.
What's his name?
His name is Larry.
All right, shout out to Larry.
He, ups and downs, but I can say that I'm grateful. To still have my dad. But yeah, that time was crazy. Going back home, I got custody of my brother.
Wow, wait a minute. Wait. So you're 22 years old and you take custody of your brother.
Of my brother. I'm still in school.
How old was your brother?
My brother was 15 years old.
Okay.
So
wow, you became a mom, really a second mom.
Yeah.
At a young age.
Yeah.
Wow.
And trying to finish undergrad at the time. So I finished undergrad around that time. So during all of this stuff, this is 3-year span period. And I'm just sitting here what am I doing? I'm coming in. I'm trying to keep my family together, all of these different things. And I'm when do I find time for myself again? But I am definitely grateful to go back home because that's where I found my purpose.
Okay.
And
so wait a minute, let's talk about. So what is your purpose?
My purpose is to guide other youth to their purpose, as well as pouring into the mothers and the fathers to support their children. Because if the mothers and fathers feel hopeless and if they feel like they don't have a purpose, how are they going to pour into their children, and how are they going to maintain, that support that their children need if they don't know? So
you're educating them.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you come up with that? You just didn't wake up and say, I want to do Youth for Purpose.
I did not. It actually came from me working in the group home.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
You worked in a group home?
I worked in a group home. Again, this is early days,
undergrad,
graduating around that time and all that. So that was kind of the easiest, the easiest job. Yep. So it started in Ohio.
Now, what part of Ohio?
Dayton, Ohio. So that's where it was first founded. It's actually 501c in Ohio and in Michigan now.
Right.
So it's a lot of work. I'm trying.
So you have a lot of work. You run in 2 organizations here in Michigan and it
is challenging, but I am leaning on God to guide me through that because it's not just doing the work, it's logistical things. There's things on the back end of that. Mm-hmm. So as it's growing, I'm growing with it, and God is definitely putting people in each part of my journey to kind of help me with the formation of everything, continuing the formation.
So I love that. Let's go back to the group home. So you started working in a group home.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. So let's talk about that experience. And the reason why I'm so excited is because for 30 years, that's what I did. So I literally did compliance, and I trained hundreds of staff. And so that's where I got my beginning, when I really realized that I was going to be a agent of change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is it called agent of change?
Because that's what I called it.
Oh, okay. So you a social
social worker.
I like to
and you
focus
agent.
on the soul.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you focus on the soul.
I focus on
And what did you get your degree in?
social work.
No, besides social work, did you you got them both? Your bachelor's and your master's.
I mastered in social work.
Okay. So what would you get your undergrad?
Social
Social
where?
work.
Yep.
No,
Social work.
Bachelor's.
My bachelor's in social work
and
my
your
master's in social
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I love it. So she can actually build. She can do therapy. She can do a lot of things.
Caseworker, social workers.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So let's get into it. So you started this journey in a group home, and then was it a youthful home or was it an adult?
It was youth. Also, so while I'm in that space, I'm like literally looking at myself in these different kids, like from different parts in life. Mm-hmm. And this is where I just had a lot of realization. So that's why I said I'm very grateful to have found my purpose in a place where I was hopeless. Okay. You know, like being a youth from where I was from, it made me be like, oh, okay, I'm not coming back here. I'm never coming back. So I was kind of forced to go back home so I can heal. Okay. And I can pour into some other kids. So being in that space.
So these were at-risk kids?
These are at-risk kids.
Okay. All right.
So you said that you went back home so you can heal. Let's kind of talk about that, because oftentimes, like I know mom passed when you were in your 20s. Oftentimes, our environments and the things that we grow up in, it helps shape us. And some of the things we carry is not healthy. So let's kind of talk about your healing journey. What was that like?
It was facing things that, like I said, that I didn't want to come back to.
Like what?
I was forced to go back home because of that. Because of that, I was forced to go back home. If that did not happen, realistically, I don't believe I would be in the space that I am now. The traumas that I carry, I had to address them.
Let's talk about those traumas, because somebody's listening. Somebody listening today is dealing with a trauma, some type of trauma. So what type of traumas did you personally deal with?
The first thing was my relationship with my mom.
Okay.
Kind of those childhood, adolescent years. So going through, the whole grieving process, not feeling, this is a hard one. Not feeling like her leaving me, like her leaving us, it was like a punishment type of thing. Now I got to take care of all of her stuff and all of these different things. But throughout my time, I was able to actually understand my mom and like what she went through and kind of like why things were the way they were. Yeah. And
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, why things were the way were the way they were. But it went through those years. Like throughout the years, I'm like, oh man, I see this. And as I became a social worker, as I became a growing woman, I started to forgive a lot of things from my mom in general, and especially being in a space where, again, I'm in my home city where a lot of things happen. Like, I went through life there. I grew up early. I did. I grew up early, facing things like with my father, being able to have those conversations with him.
So how's your relationship with your dad to this day?
So with my dad, we are very like this. We're very close. But there are some times where, there can be some times where it's like, okay, let me step back for a second just to protect some type of, because I do understand that my dad is also going through things. He's grieving, things like that. But there are some things that can be too heavy for me. So I do have to get in my space to like pray about some things. Absolutely. And also keep that forgiveness in my heart. Because there can be also times where I can be triggered. It's human things, but there can be triggers and things like that. And I try to keep things in a space where we can be in peace. And it does not have to be chaotic at different times. I don't like if you call and I feel like something's going to happen today, or I feel like you're going to bring something up today and it's going to put me in a space. So again, that's me also preparing myself, like understanding like this is where my dad is, and like also learning more about my dad. Like over the times he's been sharing more with me, and I'm able to like understand who he is as a person more than my dad, who made mistakes and different things like that. So like it helps me also accept him.
So your mom basically raised you, is that right? Or your dad?
My grandma.
Okay.
My grandma, but my mom, she was a single mom, but my grandma also lived in the house. My mom, because she was a single mom, she worked a lot till it made her sick, basically. So my grandma was also in the house. My mom, she definitely provided. She was the provider for us.
You know, I just want to say that I really appreciate you and your transparency right now, and just in a space. I know there's some coping mechanisms that you use to kind of safeguard your heart, because I can hear that, but also just the fact that you are able to understand that your mother served you in the capacity that she knew how, and that there was some things she just didn't know as a mom, or even as just a parent, and just being able to understand that, you know what, she gave me what she could in the capacity of what she could, but you have the ability to change the trajectory of how life is going to be for you. So even with your dad, like, you have some coping mechanisms now, and which is all good, because the same things that you experience, you can take those experiences and help the youth.
Absolutely.
And so I hear you, and as I'm listening to you, I can see the passion, I can see the desire to get youth from, you know, being in a place of despair and getting them hope.
Yes.
So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
So we are back. And
No, we're not.
We're not back?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
We're back.
So y'all see Regina want to play this one.
Play.
We are back with Larisha Scott. And so, Larisha, when we went on break, we were kind of just talking about serving people in the capacity of where we are. So let's kind of talk about, you know, one of the statements you wrote on your bio is that we are all here for a purpose. You may not feel like there is nothing to live for because of your past or current situations. You were created to live in plans that God has for your life. So let's get into it. How do you get the youth, those who are just barely know with, you know, puberty or barely, you know, experience life, how do you get them to get to this space?
Yep. So my slogan for Youth for Purpose is God is the reason I exist, so therefore I am the purpose. Yeah. So for one, getting them to understand that they were made for a reason, you know, especially at that young, you know, like you said, that adolescent brain. A good way for me to connect with them is kind of going back to my younger self and knowing how to connect with. So if it's like a 17-year-old, I can get into my 17-year-old sense, but with the wisdom that I have now and be able to connect with them so that I can kind of like pull them in a way that they understand, I would say. And everything is pretty much biblical. Like in Jeremiah, for I know the plans I have for you, say the Lord. Plans to...
Where do you go to church?
Greater Dreams.
Where's that?
That is in Wayne, Michigan, on Wayne.
Who's the pastor?
Pastor Larry Mack.
All right, shout out to Pastor
Mack. He actually rebranded my logo.
Did he?
Okay.
So shout out to him.
Shout out to him for helping out.
He rebranded my logo, and I didn't even ask. So he was kind of like, how do you like this? I'm like, this looks amazing.
So what part do you play in the church? Since
what role?
What role?
So
part? Part?
Yeah.
Part role. Okay.
Okay, so, we are on the radio and she corrected me because I said part. Isn't that the same thing? No? What role? Okay, I'm gonna deal with you after. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna deal with you after.
What role do you?
Right now I play as someone who needs to be in church.
Okay, so you getting fed?
I get fed right now. I am looking for. I'm looking to be filled up. I would say, like to be trained. To
so
be
they're pouring into you. They're pouring into me,
and that's for a reason because I worked in the church before. I did all of that before, and like right now, explain. Amen. I'm not going to explain, but I intentionally was like, I need to go in and I need to get as much as I can. I need to get as much mentoring as I can, just to be like present with the Lord. I intentionally did that. I also have an opportunity to work with the youth there, but right now it's like I want to be fed. So, that's where I'm at.
So, like Regina said, at some point, it's good. It's good to sit down and get poured into because we all have different stages in our life, right? And so sometimes we're on fire, sometimes we need to sit down, sometimes we need to be up about our Father's business. So you're in a place right now where you're sitting at the feet. So that's good. There's time to be a Mary, but there's also time to be a Martha. So let's kind of talk a little bit about...
It's time to be a Mary and it's time to be a Martha?
Yes. So Mary...
Explain that.
So Mary sat at the feet of Jesus and Martha was cumbersome. She was up and moving about and she was getting food ready. She was keeping the house clean. No, she's being Mary now. She's sitting at the feet of Jesus.
Well, she's one of them, right?
Yeah.
Let me stop.
They were sisters. So they were sisters.
I'm just messing with Dr. T.
But I actually love this story because people talk about Martha all the time and they give Martha a bad rap, but somebody has to do the work. Somebody has to be up and taking care of business. It's a time in the season for everything. There's always time to do Martha. It's always time to do Mary, but they're in different seasons.
So hold on. So in other words, get fed right now, but it's going to be time to go to work soon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm already ready? I'm already knowing. But there was a season where it's like, okay, sit down. Because I was doing, like she just said, I just got done graduating and going through so many different things.
And then you had your brother, right? You became a mom.
Yep, and my brother's now 18.
Come on.
So he's now
legal.
How's he doing?
Legal.
He's doing well. He's doing very well, and he's graduated high school. He'd already started college and stuff. So just to say that there has been things in my life that has calmed down in order for me to get going.
But you had your hand in it.
I did.
You're a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Because at 15 to 18, those are golden years when you're young because you're really finding who you are.
Yeah.
You're trying to find your lane, whether you're going to finish high school, whether you're going to go to college or whatever, or you're going to do a trade. So you held a great part.
He was really my first youth. I mean, really. Yeah. He really was. Okay. He was like the first one, like, with everything, like trying to get him to know that he has a plan, especially like if I'm going through this at a young age, what is he going through? You know what I mean?
That's real.
So he's going through brokenness he has no parents now. You know what I mean? So how do he navigate through his life, knowing that there's still hope for him? So I have to, and it's not just me, it's really like, how do I do this? But he was really my first youth that walked with me. He walked with me through this. Like, he also knew, like, man, like, my sister she needs this. She's into this. I want to go through it with her. And, like, we're super close. So I love that he was so open to learning and to growing.
So you
really could have just...
So you are officially a sister mama. Sister mama. No, because Dr.
Yeah.
T gave me that because I have two brothers. My parents are deceased. Of course, I'm older, but my brothers are special needs, and I'm the baby girl, but I'm their special needs, but I'm the sister, so she calls me the sister mama, the sister mama. Yeah. So you're officially a sister mama.
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. So you talked about having a broken relationship with your mom and having this relationship with your dad, and then even having to raise your brother and being the only girl. How has that impacted you and your relationship with your husband, because you're married?
Yes.
How has all of those things helped you navigate the marriage, like navigate through the marriage?
Yeah. My husband is definitely God sent. He came at a time where I needed fun. Like, he came at a time where I needed to, take a deep breath. And I just really thank God for him. So he's very understanding. I feel like I can't even describe, the spirit he has in him. But he's very understanding. He's very calm. He's very nurturing. He holds these God-given characteristics. Not saying he's God, of course not. But God has definitely placed exactly what I needed for him to be. I can say. And did it come just was it just perfect in the beginning? No. But when he came in and he kind of seen, and my husband, he's also from the same city. He also he don't come from a perfect family. He comes from a loving family, but there's things that he has also seen and things he's also been through. So it wasn't hard for him to it wasn't hard for him to, I would say, love me. Now for me, I can say by the time he came, I was very an independent, strong-willed woman because look what I'm doing. And like I said, when he came in, he kind of mellowed that out for me. So kind of having that balance, I was also able to unlearn some things and also able to calm down. And what they call it, feminine energy or whatever. I was able to be a little bit more more feminine.
Yeah.
But to navigate through those things, he was there. He sees me grieve every so often. He was there with those conversations with my dad, different things like that. And he always played the support. He was like, babe, now he always keeps me
grounded
and look straight forward. But also he definitely respects my life, my story. And he's never the one that says don't talk to him, don't do that. He is walking with me with my forgiveness. He had walked with me so that I can heal, I would say, in a positive way.
When did you meet your husband? I got to get that out before we go. When did he become a part of your life?
So I knew him back in high school, back from my city. But he became, a part of my life, a couple of years ago. I would say 2022, we started actually dating. But before that, we were just friends.
When did you get married?
Yeah. I got married last year, September 2nd.
Come on, my daughter got married September 1st.
Yeah.
Y'all get ready to have a year.
Congratulations.
So our anniversary is coming up.
Yay.
So when they walked in, she got out the car, I was like, ooh, she's a young, fresh air. You just a fresh air, young, energetic.
Yeah.
You had a lot of you have a lot of life in you.
Yeah.
And if you walked in the room, you brought sunshine to the room. So you did when you got out the car. You and your husband, I'm like, oh, they young, beautiful.
But y'all had an energy too. We about to go in here.
We in here, right? So, but I do have one more question for someone who's listening. If it's someone who's listening right now, and they have a desire to get in contact with you for purpose, how can they get in contact with you, link up with you, just so that they can be a part of what you're doing?
Yep. So I do have a website. It's www.youthforpurpose.org. Or I have a Instagram. It's at youthforpurpose. And I also have another Instagram, _1rish. But it would be definitely easier to go through the website. All they have to do is say, I'm interested. It will come straight to me.
Is there a cost associated with it?
There is no cost. Like right now, I'm doing everything, like I said, by the will of God. He's really the CEO of this whole thing. So I have to give that to him because this is not my thing. This is a God ministry. This is his ministry. So right now, and everything is free. I kind of provide just about everything. I'm down to mentor. I'm down to do Bible studies, all different types of things with the youth. So
what is a message that you want to leave with the youth right now? The last thing in 30 seconds.
All right. So if Jesus say yes, nobody can tell you no. He has a plan and a purpose for you that no man can take away from you. There's more to life than your current situation. Just hang in there, and yeah, we got you.
So you guys heard it here from Larisha Scott. She is the CEO of Youth for the number 4 Purpose. If you're interested in contacting with her, www.youth4purpose.com. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this break.
Are you paying high interest rates on a car loan? Do you desire to purchase a home, but you're unable to get approved? Perhaps you're repeatedly getting denied for credit when applying for credit cards. Listen, better credit doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. I've helped hundreds of people better their credit and their overall financial situation by applying a simple set of instructions that anyone can follow. Call me today, 1-800-988-9184. That's Kathy Washington, your financial impact coach, at 1-800-988-9184. Don't delay. Call today.
Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed and driving today. Simply Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
We're back to the favorite part of our show that I love because we're talking about different businesses and we're talking about current events. So I'm super always excited about this part of our show. But we do have our 27th annual golf outing fundraiser on Monday, August 12th. So it's not too late to actually get your foursome going for our 27th annual golf outing fundraiser, Monday, August 12th, at the Links at Crystal Lake, 800 Golf Drive, Pontiac, Michigan, 48341, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. But listen, one thing I love about our golf outing that we feed you good. You get a good breakfast. You get hot dogs on the turn. And then we also feed you lunch. We feed you so well that you're not going to want to eat for the next 24 hours. But we have prizes and raffles, prizes for the top teams, raffles. We still have our souvenir booklet, Weep and Brag reception. Sponsorship is available. Registration's at 7 a.m. Breakfast is at 7 a.m. Shotgun start 8 a.m. Lunch on the term at 11 and reception at 1. So we feed you 1, 2, 3 times. Wow. And if you want to register now, you can go to www.pontiacmealsonwheels.net.
Yeah, so the next business we would like to highlight is Courtney's Juicy Juice. So Courtney is from Pontiac, Michigan, so shout out to Courtney. She has a variety of juices that she does. You can reach her at courtneysjuicyjuice@gmail.com. That's her email. That's COURTNEYS juice@gmail.com. So Courtney, again, specializes in a variety of different juices. She can be contacted, again, by email or at 1192 Amos Street in Pontiac, Michigan. Courtney's Juicy Juice. She has a full display of different juices that help the body do good.
Well, I'm excited about that juice. I think a lot of people are getting into doing juices, right?
Yeah, I've been doing
juices. You guys juicing still?
So Sierra's doing juices, and I'm juicing myself too. And so what I've learned is that there's some good properties in juicing, and it helps with body and inflammation and things like that. So I have been enjoying juices.
So when you go to actually like the smoothie place and get smoothies, is that where you also get to actually juice too, or no?
So smoothies and juices are a little bit different. The juices are, fresh cold pressed juice. And then smoothies, you sometimes mix that with either milk or some other different things you can mix it with.
All right. My second business is Pontiac Promise Zone. They're located, they probably look like they're probably the Pontiac School District, but their Promise Zone Authority Board is a 501c3 organization. But their slogan is, "Your future is in your hands." Pontiac Promise Zone can make dreams a reality for 2 to 4 year degree certification, skilled trade school, and choosing within Michigan. College trade, school tuition assistance for Pontiac area high school graduates. So this is just for Pontiac area high school graduates. Scholarships amounts up to $8,000 a year for up to 4 years. Graduating seniors 9 through 12th grade, they get up to $8,000. 10 to 12, they get $6,000. 11 to 12 get $4,000. 12th grade, looks like it's $2,000. Skilled trades and certification programs qualify for the Pontiac Promise Zone may vary. It include, the great thing, let me just say about this, when you electrical, if you want to learn how to do electrical, that's a great way to actually start in high school. So electrical, plumbing, everybody need a plumber. Everybody need an electrician, right? And everybody need a plumber. Mm-hmm. And then they got a carpenter or iron worker or construction machine operator and much more. You get a certification of a 2-year associate's degree program.
All right.
But wait. Call for more information at 248-214-0456. That's 248-214-0456. And you can email scholarship@PontiacPromiseZone.org. And you get your email again. The email again is scholarship@PontiacPromiseZone.org. Or you can go to www.PontiacPromiseZone.org. Again.
The next business we would like to highlight is TCS Royalty Rentals. They have a special going on now where you can get all throne chair rentals for $150. They have chair color options as white and silver, white and gold, all black, and all white. If you're interested in renting throne chairs, or if you're interested in a red carpet and sanctions, contact them at 248-214-6135 or 248-935-5579. That's TCS Royalty Rentals. You can rent all throne room chairs. You have red carpet and sanctions available. If you're interested in this to enhance your event, please reach out to them. Again, that number is 248-214-6135 or 248-935-5579.
The great thing about, I remember when we were growing up, Dr. T, it wasn't so much put on when you did an event, it's not like an event today. It's not like an event was 20 years ago.
Sure isn't, because I'm telling you, like these proms and send-offs, those are, some of the prom send-offs,
money.
Some weddings didn't even spend as much money. So, you know what? Shout out to the families that are really sending their children off to prom well. But I'm telling you, when I went to prom, we didn't get half of what's going on today.
It's like you got your dress.
And that's it.
You got your dress. You had your date, right?
Yeah.
You had to be home at a certain time.
Oh, you definitely was coming home. You was borrowing somebody's car, right? So now they pulling up in drop top.
Right.
They pulling up in horse and carriages and everything. But I didn't get
the best outfit on.
Listen.
They having photographers.
Listen, dresses is costing more money than the entire wedding. It was like literally I laughed because my whole entire wedding was like $1,500 and people are laughing at me when dresses are costing $1,500.
Well, you know about it. So the last couple graduations I've been to the last couple years, so the kids have their like send off, right?
Yeah.
And the parents have their party when you leave. So when y'all go to send off now, the parents, we're partying. We're at the house. We're eating good, right? We're doing our thing. We have a little
good chicken wings.
Right. Chicken wings, the cheese. We're having all the spaghetti
charcuterie tables.
Right.
And
We're having fun. We're drinking the water and the tea and all those other good things.
Yeah.
So when you go into your send off, we're having fun.
Listen, so, I mean, back in the day, it would be called that too. Like when you would have the children's party, it would extend over to adults. But I'm telling you, these prom send-offs and these graduation parties they're beautiful.
Now, people are spending their whole check or their whole month check on the kids to have a great experience.
Yeah.
For 3 hours. The third business that we have is don't have the time to clean up. Well, they got their professional cleaners will get it done for you. This is Aunt Rosie Cleaning Services. You can reach her at 248-242-0081, 248-242-0081. You can email AuntRose919@gmail.com, AuntRose919@gmail.com. She has 15 years of experience, residential cleaning, Airbnb cleaning, office cleaning, move in, move out, pre and post party cleaning service. Reference available upon request. So Airbnb cleaning, wow, she does it all. Move in and move out. I love that.
All right.
Go ahead, Auntie Rose.
Yes, Auntie Rosie's. Yes.
Rosie.
Yeah, listen.
Was that a slight cleanup when I said Auntie Rose? Auntie Rose. Okay, so next, what's your business?
I didn't clean up.
Yes,
you know what
did.
our next one
is?
Cleaned it up. This. You know what? Shout out to DJ Nuff Said. He was on the show not too long ago. When we want to highlight his business, the Music Shop presents the Ride Out Mix Show, and this happens on Friday. And we're excited because we're gonna be getting on Friday with him. So from 6 p.m. to 10, he has the Ride Out Mix Show, and he has live hip hop on the show, interviews, and more. So if you're interested in being on the Ride Out Show, you can contact him at www.themusic, THA Music, MUZIK shop.com. You can also follow him on Instagram and Facebook. But I'm telling you, when DJ Nuff Said was in the building, we had a great time. So we're looking forward to sitting down with him on the Mix Ride Out Show. So those of you, if you're interested in getting on this show, you know how to contact them. www.themusicshop.com.
Well, I thought about that. We talked about that. But when you go on his show Friday night, then you got to get up at 3:30, 3 o'clock. That's just some time, energy, and
yeah,
that's just that's what happens when you're focused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Regina,
I'm laughing because Denise is in the building and she just scared me on purpose. Okay, on purpose.
So listen. So Regina over here shook, y'all. So listen. It's been a great Saturday. Thank you so much for joining. Listen, happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday. Have a good week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore.
Brought to you by Joe Chevrolet of Waterford.
Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. From Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore, thank you for listening.